quote him correctly. And then they had another flare-up at the weigh-in last night, and quite some time. And I think he's got to have some goosebumps. Right. There's that look of confidence. Even the weight, Nunn right at the max, runs 6 a bit high. There you see the jabs.
Well, as I mentioned earlier,
all right, Michael Buffer, take it.
Weiser present the featured bout of the evening. 157 pounds. He's from Ann Arbor, Michigan. Lights out, Toney. 36-0, 24 KOs. Second to Nunn.
Hey, though, Tom, this Toney does look ready. We're going to find out how intimidated.
In the white trunks, Toney in the black, round 1. Here we go. This could be a...
Physically and mentally, he looks like he's ready.
Michael Nunn.
Nunn's a very, very good fighter. Probably the best middleweight out.
Nunn in the midsection. Nunn made his mark, fighting his way out.
I feel he's going to be the better of the 2 fighters. Toney with that good shot he posed, looked at his work, didn't think Toney was going to come back. With a little shot in the chest, but he's just off balance there. He's got a chin
so far, Dan Gleason.
This is the type of fighter Toney is. As you get
some dancing, and Toney with a smile on his face, actually kind of smiling. Nunn knows he's got himself a handful of it. There's the end of round 1.
Be busy.
I want to get back to my point that I was making at the end of the round, that one of the things that
is exchanging some body blows now. Nunn seems to have come out away. All right, Nunn with a little smile on his face now in there, as Toney was just kind of posing on him. Stats are a little padded. I think Nunn's probably got good 2-3 inches up.
At the weigh-in, but now right now in the ring, Nunn does look the bigger.
Lands a few jabs. They have a chance to eat all day. I
mean, he's showing Nunn that he's a good defensive fighter, but he's got to throw punches.
You can see the sweat and perspiration fly off Nunn's chin near the 22nd mark of round 2. At the end of the bell, and the official, Denny Nelson.
Spit it out. Okay, Michael, I want your
pair of champions.
Well, the only thing, though, is you saw that the last round where he put on a defensive clinic.
And they're slugging it. He's chose to do that.
The animosity is gone right now. No one's thinking of... In baseball terms, Nunn's getting infield singles. Winging him from the hip.
All arms.
You can see he's not stepping into anything.
Very entertaining fight, no doubt about it. Cool by the river, and even the glare of the lights seems very... Getting into it there. They are throwing some punches.
On anyone, I'm sitting here with the full coat on. I'm certainly not working
for himself, and he's getting all he wants from James Toney. There we see the advice of Bill Miller, and each fighter, I think, is trying to end this in a row on that slow-mo replay you just saw. Good round for Michael Nunn. It's advertised. He likes to fight. He's got that mean streak in him.
Susceptible to getting hit by counter punches by Toney. Like right there, it's a 20. You know, I've been talking about how slippery
Toney seems to have lost maybe just a little bit of his aggressive.
Do that.
Nunn with a big left, it missed because he's just so darn hard to hit. He's not done any of his bicycling, backpedaling.
Way to show a fighter that their punch didn't affect you. Go right back and hit them.
Rat-a-tat-tat jabs there.
I've always felt what...
And there's the bell. Bell needs a little more for Iowa as we enter round 5. Michael Nunn getting some advice, 51 of them. He's virtually doubled the amount of punches thrown.
Hander's face and a left-hander. Their feet always seem to, get to go that Nunn was going to run like a deer and he was going to be the deer hunter. Well,
done in the ring, not in the lobbies or in the press rooms.
Did I tell him, don't say anything. I want to see the action. Forget the words.
Toney that missed, Nunn's just kind of taking there saying, well, let's see what you got.
Now, Nunn sees punches either. Those are kind of like love taps. That's not going to...
Just a little bit now, crowd picking up. Toney comes right back.
Nunn's only connected on
big body shot by Nunn. Toney comes right back. Side with a couple of jabs. They're not hard jabs, but they are getting in. Toney and Michael Nunn giving the fans their money's worth here.
Encouragement by Bill Miller in there to tell him to turn on the steam, but he's been saying that up. The only way he's going to have lights out on Nunn if we have a power shortage here. Just thought I'd throw that one in.
Toney just kind of plodding after him.
The only thing that happens, though, when he starts throwing from the outside, like
they got a title shot, you got to take advantage of it. Nunn actually a tie among his 26 fights.
But for 5.5 years, my brother Joe always telling Nunn, when you're holding that for years.
Toney certainly more than holding his own.
Don't have any power on him.
All right, there it is.
You nail him with that left hand, okay? Give it.
Time to make you move. All right? God showed you.
With as quick as Nunn is.
We'll see what all this stamina and training mean right now. Of course, willpower shot parried by Nunn.
See, Nunn's doing
Toney with a good right, and Nunn back.
when we're hit with a good shot, they'd both be able to take it. Nunn's got an excellent chin, and I've seen.
You don't get caught with your pants down. Neither one's really landed. Been a pretty even round.
He's in that position where he keeps you off balance, but if Nunn doesn't start,
Ropes now a little talking by Nunn.
they come out and steal the rounds. I used to hate it when Nunn used to do it while he was coming up with throwing 5, 6, 7 punches and talking while he's doing it. This has to be the Toney right hand.
Yeah,
Good
turned
right
his head
hand.
right around. Fashion if his shorts are dropping, and we got Nunn doing a little verbal jabs.
I guess it's hometown. Does it for a little break.
Contact there by both fighters as they tie up.
Nunn, every time he's thrown it. All these opponents he's fought lately, Curry and the Starlings.
Ivan can get you in trouble, and Nunn paid for it that time.
That's why he receives a great left hook from Toney. But what he's got to do is
Body blow blocked by Nunn. We're near the minute mark of round 80 seconds left in round 8. And Toney.
Well, he hasn't been, and it's landed.
There's that right again.
Well, we're going to find out exactly who's in the better shape right now.
On the ropes. Toney actually pushes him over. Nunn's hanging over.
Kind of took over, but right now Toney's back into the fight. He's got to win the next. These ropes, these are Michael Nunn ropes. He saw Ali use those offensively.
Inside 2 minutes here in round 9. Follow up on it. Nunn's punching that uppercut. In that grasp before home plate. Toney again. Now the crowd getting into it. As Nunn responds, Toney comes.
But Toney's come back.
Long right by Toney, and now Nunn using those ropes again.
Round.
It's round, clearly.
Oh, Nunn is hurt.
Toney.
I'm telling you right now.
Put this down his back. You can put this down the back.
Look at that right. Nunn's head slapping back. The right again.
Beginning of the round, Nunn put on his offensive spurt, and then Toney came back.
He has taken the last 2 rounds. This fight is very close right now.
I've got him taking.
You can see it in his eyes just a little bit. Not quite cutting as his. Hometown fight, hometown crowd, and James Nunn just hasn't been able to really defense that when Toney's gotten it in. And his crowd.
Toney's a lot more accurate with his punches. Endear himself to the judges, acting that way.
We're inside a minute. Those lefts just won't go. It'll be a no holds barred final 2 rounds.
He just hurt him right there. He just hurt Nunn right there with a good.
And don't go reach you. Get these eyes out there. And don't.
He's got the energy to stay there with Toney.
All right, round up.
What happens when you're a champion? Everyone comes gunning for you, and you make now, and he's going head to head with the champion.
He's letting it all out.
Come out here to do a job, and right now he's done it.
Pull the party. Inside, big right hand by Toney. Momentum provided by Toney sent Nunn back against the ropes.
Try to knock Nunn down.
Oh, he did it.
Right there.
Came back with a left. 5 seconds to go. Nunn better be careful. Nunn better be careful. He's
IBF middleweight champion of the world.
IBF middleweight champion of the world.
Jack Chandler. And an early Mother's Day gift for my mother, Sherry Toney.